Good afternoon, everyone, or good day, everyone. My name is Blair Lilford. I am coming to you from Cayman, attending the BDA Bermuda Tech Summit. Today, my subject is going to be around Microsoft Azure Stack Hub and how we feel it's the future of cloud in Bermuda, but also the Caribbean. If I can, I'm going to give a little intro to Salt Technology Group. We are a Microsoft shop through and through. We are the only ones authorized by Microsoft to run and operate Azure Stack in the Caribbean. And we were the ones who brought Azure Stack to Bermuda 3 days before lockdown. Actually, we went through the process of bringing it online while everyone was in quarantine. So on that note, there's a number of things that 3 points we're really going to cover off on today. The first one being around what Azure Stack is and what it brings to us. So as many of you know, or I hope many of you know, there's a number of large public cloud ecosystems out there. The two biggest ones being AWS, so Amazon Web Services, and Microsoft Azure. And what Azure Stack is an extension of that public Azure. So it's the same interface, same training for all your staff, all the same tools, ARM templates. I won't get too technical, but if you want to discuss more around the technical details of Azure Stack, then my team will be in their virtual booth, and you can come and speak to us throughout the summit. But what it really brings to us is that true cloud. Not just infrastructure as service. We want to be able to leverage the technology that all the first world countries are able to do, but keeping that data in country. It's important for us to be able to have that data sovereignty and be able to have that low latency connectivity so that we can use things like Kubernetes or blockchain and all these great things that the fintech groups are bringing to our ecosystem at the moment, and have those services be able to be run in country. So Azure Stack, as I mentioned, and the operating system or the platform that we bring to Bermuda is exactly the same as what you're going to find in public Azure, the marketplace, the bring your own keys, so you're managing all your encryption. And it also brings to the table a level of security that is unprecedented for us, and especially in this region. There's been over the years, many providers that have brought cloud services to Bermuda and throughout the Caribbean as a private cloud. And to be honest, we did the same thing for the first couple of years until we got through the process of having Microsoft provide us with the authorization to run Azure Stack. So we know that set up the shortfalls of it, and the intrinsic trust that you have to have with your providers to ensure that there's no breach of data. Azure Stack is a closed system. So the only way in and the only way out is through a VPN gateway, which means there's only people in who can get in are the people who have username and passwords. It plugs directly into your existing framework, security compliance framework that you would have with your existing Office 365 or other Microsoft products. So we extend that down onto Azure Stack. And I think one of the big things that that we talk to a lot of clients around is, because it is a closed system, because it has over 90 certifications, all your ISO 27001, your SOC 1, 2, and 3, your FedRAMP meeting, we have the Azure Stack and our platform have all of those certifications, and Microsoft maintains those certifications as part of the fact that they are the ones building up and maintaining the actual software side of the platform. That is a real differentiator. In traditional cloud platforms, what you end up finding in your private cloud, what you find is it is a hypervisor, whether that's VMware or Microsoft or any of the other types of hypervisor. And the provider actually has full access to the tenant's information. And when I say information, I talk about the VMs, the actual the OS or the VMs themselves. They don't have access necessarily to those inside of it, but there's still access to that data, even if there is encryption and everything else in place. And with Azure Stack, we don't. We as the provider, Microsoft as the solution architects, don't have access to any of that. And it really is a massive difference when it comes to looking at how the security on Azure Stack really changes the landscape. But we also offer our services as true cloud. So, there's no long-term commitment fees, or contracts. You bill and pay for what you use. If you want to use it for a day or a couple of days, you use it and you spin it back down again, you only pay, you should charge for those couple of days. But again, it's not just infrastructure as a service. We have the full platform as a service. We have software as a service. We have a number of ISVs that we work with that offer those software as a service offerings. You can do just a SQL PaaS database. So in other words, just consume SQL instead of having to have all that infrastructure behind it. And again, I'm trying not to get too technical, but I come from a technical background. I worked for Logic for a number of years in Bermuda when I lived there for 7 years. I've been in Cayman now for 13. And, I kind of dance between the technical and the sales aspect of it. So, but what I'm trying to encourage or outline here is that we have never in the Caribbean had a platform that is ours, that we can say is here, that has this level of security and these level of tools. And the fact that it is the most popular, well-known platform in the world, being Azure, this really should create that platform for local companies to absorb and use technology around IoT and IoT Hub and Kubernetes or Terraforms. I mean, it's all available now in country through our Azure Stack platform. So I've touched base on a couple of items, what Azure Stack is, the shortfalls that we typically see around the security that the traditional private cloud networks operate in. We, through this journey, we've set up we decided that the best approach was through a partner network, through a partner ecosystem. There's two sides of that. Living, as I said, in the Caribbean now for almost 20 years, one of the things that I noticed was that when someone has exclusive rights to a certain item, or a vendor comes in from the outside and tries to disrupt the local market, they are seen as competing directly with the local vendors who've been there for years, and that's not what our intention was. We're not trying to, go up against any of the other vendors that are currently in Bermuda. The idea was actually to bring the current technology to Bermuda and leverage and partner with a number of different providers in Bermuda to be able to offer it as a service in their service catalog. And we've done that. We have, you can see on our website and reach out to a number of them, CCS, Gnosis, to name a couple in Bermuda that offer and resell our cloud platform. The idea around that is, as we continue to grow, we have a platform in Cayman, Jamaica's coming online shortly. You as the client have that rapport and have a relationship with your trusted provider. And what we're wanting to do is have those providers have the tool set to be able to offer you the very best technology they possibly can, so that you can better your business and the business can continue to advance. So if you're interested, if you're a provider and you're interested in speaking to us, we'd be more than happy to speak with you in the chat rooms or reach out to us directly via email or via our website. If you're a client and you are currently with a provider that you're very happy with, that aren't currently a reseller of ours, but you want to be able to consume these types of services, please reach out to them, ask them to reach out to us. We're more than happy to have those conversations with them and see where we might be able to take that relationship. I think that is my time for today. I really do appreciate the BDA and what they've done in setting up the Bermuda Tech Summit. It's a great event, and I really look forward to speaking to you all in the virtual booth or offline. Thank you very much and have a great day.